back to another video. I might have told you a little while back that in the last video I put up of the PSA Team Rocket that was probably going to be it for a while, but I kind of lied. I got a couple more that I'm going to show you here. So we just got one that showed up in the mail. This is a 2000 Team Rocket First Edition Porygon. Which was an uncommon. That is a mint 9, and I'll splice in a little bit some other a couple other ones. I got a couple more cards. I believe one is a hollow and one is a 10 gem mint 10, so we will show those in a second. But what I figured I would also show here is if you remember in one of those previous videos, we had the secret rare Raichu. It was an unlimited version, not first edition. So I decided I might as well build a binder set of that, something cool. I really like these old cards. These remember, these are the nostalgia of, back in the day, I remember these when I was younger. And this is a complete uncommon and common set, including the trainers and the energies and all that. So you start out Dark Charmeleon, obviously, is one of my favorites. And then we've got Dragonair, Electrode, Flareon, Gloom, Golduck, Jolteon, Kadabra, Machoke, Muck, Persian, Primate, Rapidash, Vaporeon, Wartortle, Magikarp, Porygon, Abra, Charmander, Dark Raticate, Diglett. For some reason, I got 2 Dratinis, which was interesting. I think that was just maybe a counting error or something. I ended up with 2 of them. We got a Drowsy, an Eevee, an Ekans, a Grimer, Coughing, Machoke, or Machop, Magnemite, Mankey, Meowth, Oddish, Ponyta, Psyduck, Rattata, Slowpoke, Squirtle. I always thought the starters were cool on these. Voltorb, Zubat, and then we have the trainers, the Boss's Way, Challenge, which has a Snorlax in it, which is cool. A Digger, a Imposter Oak's Revenge, Nightly Garbage Run, Goop Gas Attack, and a Rocket Sleep Machine, which is cool because it's got the Snorlax, and then the 2 energies. So of course you don't get the Rainbow Energy, and you don't get the Here Comes Team Rocket and the Sneak Attack, because those were rares. But that is a complete uncommon and common set for the unlimited version. I figured that I would get these. These are all fairly decent cards. I'm sure you can probably pick up on the camera here. A little bit of whitening on the edges here. But overall, if you are to look at these, very nice quality printing. Yeah, somewhat white around the edges. But this is meant to be a binder set. So I'm not worried about that. I don't really care if it's a PSA 10 or something, because that's what this set is for. This first edition Rocket set, graded PSA is the one that I'm gonna think of as my main set. This binder set is just, I like to collect the little binder sets as well. So the cool part with that is that this entire stack, all of these cards, in near mint condition, was $20, which was, I would say, is a pretty good deal. So there you have it, guys. I will splice in on the second half of this video. We got a couple more of these coming in. I don't have them in front of me right now, but I'll splice into this video, not to make 2 of them. And we'll show you those cards as well, and so stay tuned for those. All right, everybody, so we're back. I figured I'd show you a couple more items here. So you might remember in the first edition Team Rocket PSA set, there was a Potion Energy was already in there, but it was a 6. I thought that might have been a mistake on the seller's part, and they sent me the wrong one. It actually wasn't. I actually bought the 6 for some reason. I have no idea why. So I ended up getting a 9 of that one. And then we have a Gem Mint 10. This is the Wheezing non-hollow Gem Mint 10, which this one was actually a decent price. I think I paid about $32 or something for that, which isn't bad for a 10. And then this guy is a Rocket Sneak Attack Hollow. This is the first edition Mint 9. You may remember I showed one of these in a video previously, I think in part 3 maybe. And I realized that it wasn't Mint 9, it was a PSA, but it wasn't first edition. And I did not realize that right away. So you have those guys that go with the Porygon that I already showed. And I went back to the same seller that I got the those common and uncommon unlimited Team Rocket cards from, and I got some more cards from them. I will say I was slightly disappointed with these though, just because some of them were a little more used than I would have liked. But we have some of the rares here. We have a Dark Arbok, a Dark Blastoise, a Dark Dragonite, a Dugtrio, a Gyarados, a Hypno, a Machamp, a Magneton, a Slowbro, a Vileplume, a Weezing. Here comes Team Rocket, Rocket Sneak Attack, and the Energy, or all the non-hollow rares. So the only ones missing are the Alakazam, the Golbat, and the Charizard. Now I will mention though that these look good from the front, but you will notice if you look at the back of these, I'm not sure how well the camera focuses. Some of them are very good. Some of them are, you know, lightly played. Some of them a little less so. Which one is it? This guy is the one that sticks out to me though, is this Dark Weezing. I'm not sure if you can tell, but there's a couple of creases right over there on the side. The edges are not very great. You will notice there's a couple creases right there. So not a great card, but really I'm looking for a binder set. So I'm okay with it in that sense. So I ended up getting all of those for $2 a piece, so it kind of balances out in the end, because like these two right here sell for more than that, and these are in fairly decent condition. The Blastoise has a bit of a nick there on the bottom, but they go for fairly decent condition. But again, that Weezing would probably be a nothing card, you know, maybe 50 cents or something if you were lucky. And the Energy here is slightly beat up, but you will see that there's another one in here that's actually worse than that. So those are the rares. And then those were $2 a piece. And then we've got the... we have some hollows also from this set. So we have the Dark Arbok. The Gyarados actually happens to be the pre-release Gyarados, which is okay. I'll add it to the set. It's kind of like having the secret rare at the end. It is one you want. It's a variation. I'll throw it in there, but I will want another Gyarados Hollow just because the pre-release is not really the regular one. There's a Magneton, a Dark Machamp, a Dark Slowbro, a Weezing, a Rainbow Energy, and of course the Raichu, Dark Raichu. So some of these are okay. Like the Arbok isn't terrible, the Gyarados isn't terrible. The Magneton isn't terrible, and like the Machamp isn't terrible, but they do have scratches, some scratches on the hollows. I will say though, like this Slowbro, for example, if you take a look at that, my God, there's about 9,000 scratches on that, and the back is not that great either. You can see a lot of whitening around it, so it's not the best hollow. But for a binder set, I'm okay with it. Also, I put them in Snorlax sleeves, if you haven't noticed. The Dark Raichu is not bad. It does have a little silvering on it, but that's not bad. I already had one of those. That's how I started this binder set. But we'll have a second one. This one's really one of the ones that's bad. So it's a Hollow Weezing. The easiest card probably to grade out of the hollows in this, because there's really no hollow there. But the front of it doesn't look terrible, but then the back of it is nasty. Like up at the top here, there's a giant like gouge out of the back of it. So it's not the best of cards for that guy. And then probably the worst one of the lot, which I'm really disappointed, just in the sense that this is one of the cards I really wanted. This Rainbow Energy, it has scratches on the entire front of the card. You'll also notice there's silvering down both sides, silvering off of the top. The back has quite a bit of edge wear, and this top corner here has a really good crease on it. So again, not the best of cards. So these ended up being, the whole lot ended up being $85. So if you take away the 28 for the rares, you're down to, you know, roughly like $56, somewhere in that range. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they end up being about $6 a piece for these hollows, give or take. And that's an okay deal. I mean, yeah, a couple of these are very damaged, but on the other hand, I reached out to the seller, and they didn't really want to give a refund. So we had made a deal where I would get another set of the commons, kind of how I got the commons of the Team Rocket. I made a deal with them where if I bought like the jungle, if I bought like the fossil commons, they'd also give me the jungle commons. So I'd get both of those, so I can kind of get a binder set of those going as well for, you know, for a future project. And I'm okay with that. It's a fair assessment. So until next time, guys, please like, comment, subscribe, share this video. You've now seen that I got a lot of Team Rocket for a binder set in the unlimited version, and of course the Mac Daddy is going to be this first edition PSA. As you can see, here's a Gem Mint 10. We got a lot of 9s and 10s. I would like the whole thing to be mint, so either 9s or 10s. I'm working on it. It's going to be a while, obviously. Especially since there's a lot of unknowns going on right now. There's a lot of unknown with the economy and with, you know, stuff like that going on. So please let me know if you enjoy this video, if you want to see more of this kind of stuff. And until next time, guys, once again, please comment down below, like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you again soon. And thanks for watching.